Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero, and we are back talking about your new CG that now stands for CanineGate because we now found out that one of the biggest recent haters of Eric July, who claimed that they were for Eric July before and then they had a little flip, is now unfortunately been outed as a degenerate, similar to how they like to talk about how the Soska sisters had degeneracy for making, oh my god, a horror film. Something that's not real, something that has been around since the 70s with Halloween. Horror films have been around and all the degenerate things from those types of movies have been around forever, but suddenly because the Sasuke sisters now work for the Ripperverse, now they want to be concerned trolls about what their past escapades were in the film industry. They had no idea about it before when they worked for Marvel, but all of a sudden now that they work for the Ripperverse, they want to be all of a sudden concerned, and you have a bunch of people defending the degeneracy that Katie did has put out into the world and didn't get rid of because she's not very intelligent. So this is her. What you're about to read is laughably the easiest information gathering I've ever done. I mean, seriously, no challenge. Even Jesse Milestone gave me a challenge. Anywho, I was first given a heads up on this information by a reliable source who shall remain anonymous unless he hereby grants permission. Her channel Cesrin's Fan Club originally had this video up. As you can see, fellow Kiwis, she and her girls laugh at the prospect of Sesshomaru being a demon dog having relations with Rin, which the ship in Inuyasha was Sesshomaru, who became a demon dog, or he groomed her into being a child bride, and it's really degenerate that they have this picture here of him in his demon dog form doing spicy things to a minor, a child, in a image that they all laughed about, and she talked about how if she was not married, she would have that as a background, which is gross. The age in question, not sure, I just told you. As later in Inuyasha, Rin was made into his wife, but at a very older age. Yes, they made it into canon in a future series that came out, but originally, yes, Rin was a child and Sesshomaru was an adult. Go figure. Still a very young or very old, it's this spicy thing. Her channel with all the Sesrin talking points, and I thought Raylos were weird. Her community post linking to her other channel, Katie Ditch channel, yes. She has all this here. We're going to skip down. So this would be the channel that they're referring to. We're going to skip down further because they do have images of her husband, significant other, and we don't want to show that in the video. So how did you guys manage to do your comeback stream opposite Medicare? Good job. Shippers are cancer. And then we have Ethan Van Sciver bringing his account back, looking for assistance with his problem called Eric July making a more successful venture than him and toppling his ego as being the biggest thing in indie comics. It says, you see Rippertar's behavior on Twitter, how embarrassingly stupid they are. Nobody even takes them seriously. This guy says, I'm sorry you invested your life savings on books that are 4 years overdue. Maybe make better financial decisions. He says, I never rage quit. I lost my password during the multiple resets of the site during Keffels. This was one of my favorite spots on the internet. Can you explain why you and other CGs are going after a black guy who's delivering his product, but okay to align yourself with P to the E to the D to those and a revenge pornographer who did this questionable thing to a teenager in high school? Seems like it's just me going after Ripperverse because it sucks and Eric can't take criticism. Well, you can take criticism from Mike Partika, who destroyed your terrible Cyberfrog book. Care to explain why the page isn't going after him on Time Books? Who are the P to the E to the D to those, aside from Vito, which that's just you admitting that Vito is in fact what people are calling him, and the revenge pornographer? Why this page isn't going after him? Would not your personal army, you bundle of sticks? You know Ralph is the revenge pornographer who did this to a minor. This is you here. Literally going after a guy exposing Hollywood P to the E to the D to those to defend a monster. I'm detecting a pattern here, Frogman. This is the kind of person Ethan Van Sciver likes to hang around nowadays when he's not working for people like Andrew Tate. It sucks no worse than Cyberfrog does. It sucks no worse than every single book that ComicsGate has produced. The difference at this point is that he's doing your old game better and more profitably than you can do it. Because the people going after him are amongst the most repulsive lolcows on the internet. You have allied yourself with Dax's crew of lolcows, Ethan Ralph, and lolcal of the year, Nick Rekieta. People try to start a thread about him, but it's not happening as long as he is fighting with cucked losers like yourself. Just cross-posting this here, as I don't think I saw it mentioned. Now the thread's going fun again. Just finish your books, bundle of sticks. Amazing how you completely change your personality and opinions to appease Daddy Dax. So yes, through this entire thread, people are absolutely crapping all over you because they think you're going to just run here like a little girl and think you're going to get some kind of assistance because you're getting outdone by a black guy who's new to the comic scene, who absolutely destroyed your business model and is outdoing you as far as profitability. You think you're going to run to Kiwi Farms and they're going to help you. That's so bitch made. Just like your entire life. Yeah, I'll leave a link to all this in the description. There's a lot more that I don't want to go through here because it's just so much of people absolutely crapping all over EVS in this thread. But now he wants to sit up here and say that it's Yellow Flash and Eric July that investigated Katie the dog lady. Let's take a listen to what he has to say.
Come from? I don't know. Maybe it's because you have a mommy, you know, who's looking into you, or who makes videos making fun of you, and so you looked into her, you and your friends, and decided to exaggerate what her interests are in anime and act like she was a degenerate, a pervert of some sort.
She's looking at an image of an older gentleman in the form of a demon dog doing spicy things to a child.
I don't know. Maybe that's one of the. Is that something? I mean, even if she were, you're gonna be the person who's gonna. I mean, these people make no pretense about it. It's like I would think that if I were Eric July or Yellow Flash, those most butthurt, those most affected by the.
They're not affected in the slightest. You're the one that's affected the most because you are aligned with this person. And now you're deflecting, and eventually you're probably going to disown this person so fast.
The efforts of this young woman, that they would send some fans to do this, some agents to do this. No.
You are the only person that has a person or a fan or an agent to do anything. You have your attack dog, J Bomba fan. I'm just the guy that covers all this nonsense.
No, my friends. No. Eric July is going right in himself on this. Eric July.
Yeah. Eric July is definitely going in on it himself. Definitely. With no proof, no evidence to support that claim. You just put that out there thinking no one's going to look at you and laugh. We also have this right here. It's a little thread we decided to pull up as Student of God is documenting and archiving your nonsense. We have Ronan Report says, Ethan, the Saskas are degenerate. Ethan, Katie did is awesome. Because he even says here, if you have some degeneracy in your past, comics gators will dig it up and throw you to the dogs. Interesting. Dude, the Saska sisters are way worse. Nice cope, though. Someone's kink is someone's kink, but she is into some dirty stuff. CG has a vouch. No, it's werewolf stuff. Sashomaru is a demon dog. It's not a werewolf. You do better research if you're trying to defend something. Seems like typical female nonsense. And now he's saying, if you're an Iron Age creator or fan that wants a follow back, just let me know because you're trying to shift gears like you didn't just trash Iron Age a week ago, even though you've always said that Iron Age was a movement or a age of comics. These are things you have said in the past. But I digress. You also said this. I understand it might be a little satirical, but at the same time, I think you're actually truthful on this one when you say it to yourself. So let's get into this.
Dude, I don't work with women, I guess. I don't know what to tell people.
Well, I said that my big thing is women should be gate kept out of comics entirely because this is what's going to happen. Like, first of all, women all do this. They're like, if you're into comics and you're a woman, you're probably into this kind of pervy shit. And that's not good. Like, that's at the minimum, it's something that could be made fun of, and then you'll get your feelings hurt. Worst case scenario, you're like the Saska sisters.
Oh, yes. Just deflect it back on the Saska sisters because you know that Yaira's about to come out and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to continue to deflect onto them because you know that Yaira's going to sell very well. It'll probably sell better than your Cyberfraud comics, just like Alpha Core did. Alpha Core sold more than your original Cyberfraud campaign, which is hilarious to look at. But Eric July did put out this statement stating, yes, I am unfortunately aware that one of my haters is allegedly into relations with canines. Every day this world strays further from the Lord, but he will be our only way out of this. To which I said, this is the same person who would constantly call me a creep, have a fake economy flirting with her disgusting ass, call me an incel, and all the while she's doing this. I'm taking my victory lap. Because I am. And all you people out there want to act like I'm not allowed to take my victory lap. All you weirdos that defended this nonsense and defended this person for being the piece of garbage that she is, you wanted to sit up here and defend her, and I'm taking my victory lap because I can. But you want to have people like, of course, Dick Masterson trying to deflect as well, saying, why are Eric July and Yellow Flash telling people a mom who likes Inuyasha is a dog person? And D-Day Cobra's co-signing this? Insane. It's absolutely insane that Vito, of all people, is going to put up this degeneracy right here. And you'll find out later on when we get over to it why I don't believe this is the saving grace you think it is, Vito. You also want to say this. Lying about women having this with dogs because they criticize your comic is fatherless behavior. I mean, the way you act like you never had a father yourself. It's also poor form for the owner of a multi-million-dollar comic company. Yeah, it's also poor form that you wanted his company to go down in flames because of bad art. I knew what kind of people Air Alliance pals were from day one. No, you didn't. You just want to be a grifter and jump on the hate train like every other crack smoker that does the same thing.
They're doing crack!
I'm glad everyone else sees it now. Who's everyone else? Your dumbass audience? The people that watch you? The degenerate lolcow people that are always against anything, they always take the opposite side of what's popular. Yellow Flash is knowingly lying to harm a competitor. Whenever I see people do this, it's usually the beginning of the end for them. Audiences don't like being lied to, even though you lie to your audience all the time. You made a joke about Melanie Mack sucking down on Eric July because you disagreed with something she said. And she's more popular than you are. She's more relevant than you are because you're not relevant at all. You're trying to grab into some relevancy after your little Dr. Phil appearance because that's the only thing you really have in life. But hey, you want to talk about harming a competitor? Let's talk about this right here. So I'm going to pull up this clip for something that you said in the past when they had this garbage lawsuit going on. Let's listen to what you had to say a few months ago.
Yeah, down talk them as well.
Comic books. Is there enough backstory for comic books for kids? Okay. Yeah. And at first I thought maybe I shouldn't talk about this because I don't want to fuck up that guy's deal. The comic book charity guys. Sure. Yeah, but then I thought, fuck it.
This is a bad charity, first of all.
And this is where I said, well, I probably shouldn't say this kind of stuff because it'll fuck up this guy's deal. But again,
it's already happened.
Fuck it.
Perhaps screaming.
You're not here trying to destroy someone else's business, talking about you're lying about a competitor to harm their business, yet you were doing this just a few months ago yourself. The Ripper Birds has been defending water sports for literal months. No, we've been defending horror films that are not real. They're not real. They're not real life. You weirdo. This is the same guy who made the claim that I am trying to be black. You made that claim. I have a screenshot of you saying that, by the way, and then you try to deflect away from it. That's why I have your ass muted. Actually, I think I might be blocked. And this as well. Lol. Let's be honest. At this point, I would be shocked if they haven't done it. Yeah, so you're deflecting something that is allegedly being said, right? Something that's being said that allegedly happened onto somebody else that's not doing it, right? This is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing now. You said you're showing this image, right? You're showing this image, Vito. Let's go see. Biologically, Inuyasha is 150 years old, and Kagome is 15. Wow, such a own you have right here, where you're literally showing a 150-year-old character doing things to a minor. You're not helping the situation. You're making it worse. You're making it worse for yourself. And how did this individual respond? Well, they made a almost 12-hour live stream just repeating the same video over and over again of a behind the scenes for a film that Sasuke was made probably 15 to 20 years ago. That's how she responded, saying, my response to Betaman, with a screenshot of something that Yellow Flash said about this individual. But then you have this person who wants to sit up here and say, oh, we're just grasping at straws. We're just grasping at straws. She likes a cartoon. No. What's a big deal about it is that the other side was saying, talking about the degeneracy of the Sasuke sisters making fiction, yet you have a person who's laughing and giggling about an image of a fully grown adult having relations with a minor. That's the problem that you don't understand. You're not a very intelligent woman is what I should say. You're not a very intelligent woman because I've dealt with you before and you're pretty fucking stupid. You're pretty stupid. But we also had, we had some Tony, we had some Froggo who decided to involve his children in internet beef with me because he really can't argue anything at all. You got a dirty wheel for a Chevy. You have a 98 Chevy. You're bragging about a 98 Chevy that you fixed up with your dirty wheel. You're talking about you have a sunroof, has shit on it, and then you're involving your children who show their face in this video, and they have this to say about a Spurgus, right? They have a Spurgus. You're involving your children, right? Or maybe it's your children, I don't know. You're involving your kids, supposedly, in a internet beef. You ask your kids, what do you think of Spurgus? What do you think of Spurgus?
What do you guys think of Spurgus?
He's a retard. Yeah, he's a retard.
Spurgus is retarded.
Yeah, he's a butt-sucking retard.
Jewish.
Oh, he's Jewish. Yeah. Imagine involving your kids in your internet beef. Your kid is a dipshit. Who cares? So you're involving your children in internet beef, which, by the way, one of them gets shown. It might even be your wife that's shown, that their face has been shown in your front-facing mirror, right? Why you would post that video knowing how the internet works? I'm not saying I would do anything. I don't condone doxing or anything like that. But for you to involve people in your life in your internet beef is dumb. It's a very stupid move for you to do. So at the end of the day, this is what's been going on recently as of yesterday with CanineGate. It's not called ComicsGate anymore. It's called CanineGate now because they want to sit up here, and those who preach the loudest always have the most to hide, and it's always these people that want to talk about how other people are degenerate while they have their own degenerate things that they like that are much worse, in my opinion. The fact that you're happy about some P to the E to the D to the O art is amazing to me. When you're a fully grown adult who could be looking at fully grown adult type of spicy content, but you decided your favorite thing is to look at a full-grown adult having relations with a minor in your little fan fiction. For those of you watching the video, you make your own opinion on what you think of all this. Thank you all for checking it out. Smash like if you liked the video. Comment below if you feel all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.